Hi everyone, welcome to rachelpichleryoga. My name is Rachel. Today our yoga practice is going to focus on creating flexibility throughout the hips and the neck. So kind of a random combination, but I thought it would be great. So you are going to need a block or something like it for one of the poses that we're going to do. If you don't have anything to work with today, that's completely fine. I will give you an option for with a prop and without a prop. Just find a little bit of space to move. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's get started. All right, let's begin just sitting down today. Find a nice comfy seat and we'll just kind of warm up the neck a little bit here. So let your chin fall down towards your collarbone. Feel free to close your eyes. Find a little bit more length through your spine. Relax your shoulders. Let your head be heavy. And then nice and slow, let's just let our head roll over towards the left shoulder. And then gently bringing the chin back to the collarbone and over to the right shoulder. Just softening through the shoulders, maybe sitting up a little bit taller. Just kind of feeling the breath, slowing things down a little bit here. And then let's let the chin come back to the collarbone and go over to the left one more time. Pause here for just a moment. And then gently let your chin come back down and over to the right. Awesome, you guys. Letting your chin come back towards the collarbone one last time. And then use an inhale to lift your chin back up to neutral. Feel free to keep going if you want to create some length at the front of the neck. And then gently drop it back down. Awesome, you guys. All right, we're going to come all the way down onto our backs. We're going to stick with the neck. So laying down, nice and comfy. We're just going to let our chin fall towards our left shoulder. So kind of like you're bringing your left ear towards your mat. What you're doing with the rest of your body doesn't really matter right now. But we are going to think about looking to whatever it is that's right above our head. So you're just going to place your right hand on your forehead and gently start to pull the head back. So the chin is falling towards the mat, but now you might be looking to whatever it is that's above your head and sitting right over to that left side. So kind of using the traction from your mat to kind of keep your head in place. It's not sliding about. The back of your head, the farthest you could go is touching the top of that right shoulder. So maybe you have a nice flexible neck. You still want to think about dropping the chin towards the left. And then once you've kind of got your head in a nice place, you're feeling a stretch through probably both sides of your neck. You can just rest your arms at your sides and actually walk your fingertips down towards your toes. Maybe that deepens things just a little bit more. Nice, you guys. So this one can be a little weird if you've never done it before. I promise there is a stretch there for that neck if you just go far enough. Maybe you found it no problem. Maybe you have to play with it a bit, but it's there. And it feels pretty darn good. Nice job, you guys. All right. So my head's kind of stuck in place right now. So I'm actually going to pick my head up with my hands and bring the back of my head back to the mat. Whew. And just take a moment, notice any sensations running through the neck. Did it feel good? Did you go too far? Did you not go far enough? We've got one more chance to try the other side. So let your chin try to find that right shoulder. That right ear's on the mat. The left hand is going to come for the forehead. And then you're just going to pull your head back a bit, Again, kind of like you want to bring the back of the head towards the left shoulder. Trying to look to whatever it is above you, but still dropping the chin to the right side. So if your chin is pointing towards the ceiling now, try to pull or gently encourage it back down towards the floor to the right. And then from here, if you're able to keep your head kind of stuck in that position because your mat is holding it there, bring your arms to your sides and start to walk your fingertips towards your feet. That's just pulling the shoulders down a bit and creating even more length through your spine. Through your spine, I mean through your neck. Nice work, you guys. All right, so maybe picking the head up to bring the back of the head back to the mat, and just take a moment. Keeping that neck in just a neutral position for a moment. Did you feel that stretch? Did you not? Nice job. All right, so when you're ready, we're simply just going to roll over onto our stomachs, and you're going to grab your block or whatever you might have to work with today, and we're going to stretch the front of the neck. So I love, love, love this one. So you might have a couple different heights to work with, whatever you happen to be using, but you want to rest the chin right on top of whatever you're using, so that the back of the head wants to come towards the top of the shoulders. And you're creating so much length to the front of the neck, you're just going to relax your arms. You're not going to hold yourself up, and you're just going to let the length happen through the neck. The teeth kind of like to clench together in this one. So just maybe open the mouth a little bit. Awesome, you guys. So if you don't have anything to work with today, just come. Let me flip around quick. You can lay down. You could just rest your chin in your palms. Same thing. You just kind of want to let the back of the head find the top of the shoulders. You kind of have to hold yourself up a little bit now, but it still feels pretty good. So we're just going to take a few more breaths in this one, you guys. Relax your shoulders. Remember to keep the jaw from clenching, so maybe opening the mouth. Awesome job, you guys. I really like this one. Sometimes I stay a little too long, so if you aren't still with me, that's completely fine. Moving your block off to the side, we're just going to drop our forehead down to the mat, stack your palms, and just bring the length back into the neck. Nice job, you guys. When you're feeling good, you can bring your hands under your shoulders. We're just going to push ourselves back onto our knees. So you can just sit on your heels or maybe even cross-legged. But we're just going to bring the hands behind the head and encourage the chin down towards the collarbone. You don't even have to use your hands. You can just let your head be heavy. And some of you that have rabbit pose in your practice, we're actually going to bring our head, the crown of the head, to the floor, nice and close to the knees. So you're tucking your chin towards your collarbone. And then you're just going to lift the hips and think about creating length the back of the neck as you bring your chin towards your collarbone. Nice job, you guys. If you are in rabbit, just roll up one vertebrae at a time. Let your head be the last thing to come back to neutral. If your hands are behind your head, let's let it go. And then maybe just turn the chin side to side a little bit. If you need a little neck massage, take a little neck massage. That's it for the neck. Ooh, much needed today. We're going to move into our hips. We're going to start with a lunge. So bringing your right foot forwards. You can sink as low into this lunge as you would like. I want you to find that left hip flexor. So sink into those hips. You can have your hands on the floor. You can even have your chest lifted and your hands on your knee. Wherever you would like to be for a few breaths. Opening up, finding the length through that left hip, that left quad even. And if you happen to have your chest lifted, you can stay here the whole time. You might want to come back down, just make some little adjustments if you'd like to go a little further, or even pull back a little bit. And just finding the best place to be for that left hip. Awesome job, you guys. If your hands are lifted off the floor, just bring them back down. You can send the hips back a little bit to release that hip stretch. We're going to be moving into pigeon from here. If you want to flip over onto your back and do a recline pigeon, go for it. If you're going to follow with me, just heel toe your foot over to that left side. Lay your shin down and then start to sink those hips into the mat. Take an inhale, lift the chest. And as you exhale, fold forward. If you want to fold forward, maybe you've got your block or anything to rest your head on. Just take all that weight out of the neck, out of the shoulders. Feeling the love through that right leg and glute. And let's just stay for another maybe 2 or 3 breaths. And then you can slowly start to lift yourself back up. If you did come onto your back, just come back because we're going to start with the lunge before we do our other pigeon. But you can come into a down dog from here. You can take child's pose or even just stay on your hands and knees. We're just going to transition to the other side. So at any time you're ready for that, we're starting with the lunge. The left leg is going to come forwards. Setting up that lunge, sinking into the hips. We're trying to find that right hip flexor. The top of that right quad. And wherever else you're nice and tight today, I'm sure you could feel a nice stretch through that left side as well. And wherever you happen to be with your hands, your upper body, Just relax your shoulders. Maybe you're able to close your eyes or just look to the floor in front of your foot. Let's just focus on the breath for a few moments. Remembering at any time you can move and adjust. Awesome job, you guys. If your hands are lifted, start to bring it down. Just send the hips back for a second to release the hip flexor, and then we'll set up our pigeon. So once again, if you are coming onto your back, go on over, or just heel toe that left foot over to the right side as you lay your shin down, sinking those hips towards the mat. Take an inhale, lift the chest, and fold it forward as you exhale if you want it. Remember, ideally resting your head on something. That goes for if you're on your back as well. It could be the floor, your arms, prop of some kind. Just another 2 or 3 breaths on this side. And just using an inhale to lift yourself back up. And once again, either downward facing dog, child's pose, tabletop, maybe you're on your back. Just take a second and transition out of the pose. Notice how those hips are feeling, those glutes. And then we're going to finish off with one last hip opener. So have a seat, bring your legs out nice and wide. Wide-legged straddle. Another one of my favorites. If you've got something to rest your forehead, grab it. If you don't even come close to having your forehead on the floor, that is completely fine. You're just going to stay sitting nice and tall, maybe tipping forward a little bit like this. Close your eyes. Just enjoy this nice stretch. It's kind of getting into the whole inner leg, all the way from the inside of the calves to the hips. Maybe resting your head on something. Just another few breaths here. And whenever you become ready, you can use an inhale to start to lift back up. Just bring your hands to the outside of your knees and help your legs come back together. Maybe giving yourself a little hug, a little wiggle side to side. Awesome work today, you guys. Just finding a nice comfy seat. That was so needed. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart. Take an inhale and sit nice and tall. And exhale. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.